President Trump heading to Mount Rushmore today for an Independence Day celebration, and it's already sparking, believe it or not, backlash. But our next guest is a U.S. Army combat veteran. Says President Trump's attendance is a defeat for cancel culture. Here to explain, South Dakota Attorney General Jason Ravnsborg. Attorney General, thanks for joining us. Thanks for your service. First off, you were disappointed 10 years ago when President Obama canceled his trip. Why are you heartened now?
Well, I think everybody's very excited that we're having fireworks again. I mean, I think, like you said, we haven't had fireworks in 10 years. I think it's looking like a great day. And, you know, anytime the President of the United States comes to our state, I think we're honored. I think the President's policies line up very well with South Dakota of low taxes, pro-military, and appreciation for law enforcement.
So you have these four great American presidents on Mount Rushmore. And some are saying going to protest because it's a symbol of white supremacy. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I guess I completely disagree. Each of the presidents were picked for a specific reason. President Washington for obviously the birth of our nation. President Jefferson for the growth of our nation. President Lincoln for the development of our nation. And Teddy Roosevelt for the preservation of our nation. This is a symbol of American exceptionalism, and I believe that there's no way a symbol of white supremacy. Last
president that was there was Bush 41, also a combat veteran like you. And some people are looking at these presidents and saying, well, America stole this land from the Indians and then put their presidents in the mountain. How dare they?
Well, that obviously has been a dispute over the years since the time about 1876, but that case has actually been litigated to the United States Supreme Court. We're sympathetic to their feelings on the issue, but I do believe that it was not meant to desecrate the land, but to honor America and honor our state of South Dakota.
Are you worried about the dryness in the area and maybe some embers igniting a fire?
Well, I think we're always worried about it, but we've taken proper precautions to mitigate those potential damages, and I think we're going to be just fine today.
And Mr. Attorney General, some are, you're witnessing, they're going after Lincoln statue, they're spraying red paint on Washington's hands, they even ripped down Ulysses S. Grant, and they're debating the Confederate statues or just taking them down flat out in an emergency action. As somebody who fought for this country and has a sense of history of this country, give us a sense of how you feel about it.
Well, I'm not for mobs or taking down statues or monuments or defacing them in any fashion, but I believe that we should work through the democratic process. The state of Mississippi had a debate on their flag here recently, and I think that was the proper way to go. We're ultimately a nation full of laws and due process, not mob rule.
Finally, when Air Force One touches down and the president gets out and the fireworks begin, what are you going to be thinking?
Well, I think it's just going to be a great honor and a great display of American exceptionalism for the entire nation. And I would encourage people to come out and see Mount Rushmore for themselves.
Right. And in terms of social distancing?
I think that masks will be available, first off. They're not required, but the people will be able to have them if they don't have one with them when they come. And I think that we have done a number of things to mitigate the spread of the COVID. As you probably know, our state has not mandated these various policies that other states have. And I think we're very proud of that, and our numbers have remained low.
And let me just tell you, I was there a year ago, and not only are the statues magnificent, so are the replicas that they worked off of, the museum, the movies that you guys have. It is so worth the trip. I know many people have not been to South Dakota. I have news for you. It is packed. And it was a Tuesday when I went, and I think it's going to be a really special day for the country as we celebrate our birthday. Jason Ravnsborg, thanks so much. I appreciate your insight as you prepare for the president today.
Thank you, Brian, and I would encourage you, yes, to come visit us in South Dakota. We get about 2 million visitors to Mount Rushmore, and we got a lot of great places to come see out here.
Absolutely. It's pretty amazing. Thanks so much.